My fellow compassionate capitalist, Steve and Katherine, floating to you on the lunar surface here in the Titan Impact Studio garage. That was a little shout out to those of you who are conspiracy theorists and believe that the entire lunar landing was shot in a studio. But hey, we here at Titan Impact Group, we go the extra mile to bring authenticity to our videos. So hey, the moon's not air conditioned. Guess what? This garage isn't air conditioned either. So it's a good thing that 2 years ago today, I was actually at Kennedy Space Center over in Cape Canaveral helping celebrate the 50th anniversary of today's event. And I even have this fancy NASA towel to prove it. It was a souvenir. However, in today's hot conditions, it can also be used to wipe a little perspiration away. Hey, let's get down to it. Katherine is hot. You are hot. She's hot. She's got something to say. I wanted to just give you a quick little history lesson and everything right here. This, what's so cool about this is that these are genuine NASA astronaut patches that were used. Now, not all of them were actually used, but there are certain little markings that the original patch maker put on there that we know that those are original. So we're excited to have this in our collection. Another thing that we're excited to have in our collection here at the museum is this is Earth Rising, and that signature is Eugene Krantz, who was the NASA flight director during the Apollo missions. And so he was the flight director both on Apollo 13, Houston, we have a problem. And that was a horrible Tom Hanks impersonation there. But more importantly, he was there during Apollo 11 when we actually landed on the moon. Now, the whole thing about today, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Katherine before I melt. I may grab my little official NASA sweat towel. However, the thing is that, I believe it was Mark Twain who said, the easiest way to get ahead is to simply start. Now, 52 years ago today, the greatest achievement of man was witnessed by over 1 billion people because somebody had the vision to just start. Somebody had the vision that this earth wasn't the boundary, that this wasn't that our limits weren't set to this earth, but let's go ahead and set foot on the moon. Let's go ahead and have people fly in space. Let's go ahead and put spacecraft on different planets. This is the vision of not being mediocre. And so that is going to be today's flawless segue to Katherine. And again, today's date, July 20th, 1969, landed on the moon. Now to knock it out of the stratosphere, here's Katherine.
So here's what I love about how Steve wraps history into what's happening. If any of you have been watching what's going on, Richard Branson and Bezos are all on the space race, which is really amazing. Here we have a couple of billionaires competing to actually get out there because that's what it takes to make things happen is entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs make things happen. And I was lamenting today. I've made, tomorrow I'll roll over and make well over 1,000 calls to banks in the last couple of months. And what's interesting inside of my observation of all of these conversations is it brings up when I actually was an employee for several different companies in my earlier years. And the thing that used to irritate me the most was when I was working, I'd get pulled aside and by other employees, but more importantly, the one that disturbed me the most was when it was managers would pull me aside and tell me to stop working so hard because I'm making them look bad. Yeah, my managers were telling me to stop working so hard because I was making them look bad. And it used to irritate me like mad because it didn't occur as I was working hard. I was just doing my job and doing a good job at my job, which is what I thought I was paid for. And inside of that, it's interesting because I've been calling these banks and having these experiences and just having the experience of what it must be like to be a bank customer and not even an investor. is calling these banks and having somebody answer the phone and just be like, well, I don't know who you need to talk to, but yeah. And then transferring off to voicemails that don't actually even go to anybody or receive voice messages because they're too lazy to take the time to figure out and provide customer service. Now, that's not the case with all, but I'd say about 1% of the people actually in the banking system, like that I'm talking to anyway, actually go out of their way to actually provide customer service. But it's so small and so far and few, like, that it happens that it's so frustrating. And so we're always talking and having conversations with our kids about what does it actually take to be a part of the 1%. Seriously, it takes just showing up and doing the work. Really, I mean, it's not hard. Showing up and doing the work. This isn't rocket science.
Nice pun there.
You don't.
And she is going to wrap this up pretty soon, or this is going to turn into a lunar strip show.
Oh gosh. So, anyways, as I lament, so what I'm clear about is that we are here. We love to do our due diligence. We love to have spreadsheets and we love to do a really, really great job. And I am absolutely out to impact and transform how customers are taken care of with regards to their mortgages not performing and actually being a company that really leaves every person, property, and community better than we found them. So our team makes sure that we do take care of our customers, we do take care of these borrowers, and we work with them and provide amazing customer service so that they can get back on their feet, they can stay in their homes, they can keep their communities intact, and we can keep this economy going. Again, it's not hard, it's just a matter of showing up and doing a good job, as I lament.
We have overshot the moon and have officially hit the sun.
It's hot. So with that, make sure you share, click, link, sign up for our newsletters, anything. I'd like to hear your comments on what your experience is with customer service and what you're doing to make sure that you leave your person, property, and community better than you found them. What difference are you making in the world?
All you got to do is show up.
Right?
Just do something.
Show up.
It's amazing how easy it is to be at the top.
Amen.
All you got to do is just push the other person out of the way and say, I'm going to be the first.
No, I'm the first.
So with that,
may you never awake from the American dream.